This is Mount Trebević, the site of the two-man bobsled competition. Nestled in the snowy pine, it is one of three big round-shouldered hills that guards the city of Sarajevo on three sides. The track was built by an architect named Trebević, who was concerned with, among other things, conserving the beauty of the mountain, and often the Olympians the fastest, most challenging course in the world. Its beauty remains. In fact, these wooded slopes have become the country's favorite recreation area. The crowd is making its way to the top of the hill. There's only one way to the peak. It used to be an old logging trail. They come by taxi, they come by bus, they walk, and they take the gondola. Decided to take the gondola to work today.
This is an older section of Sarajevo, as you see it from the top of the luge course on Mount Trebević. There are mosques down there built when this land was ruled by the Turks centuries ago. Today, however, our attention is on a different sort of architecture, a building called the Start House. Here the competitors wait their turn for the solitary plunge down the mountain. Inside, the racers change into their special clothes. The atmosphere appears convivial because luge is a sport where spiking is very much a part of the game. You must never let your opponents know your doubts. But these are not casual moments. They say you'll remember, years later, the exact spot you sat in the Start House.
Deeper than it was, huh?
Oh. Looks like a building underneath you there. All right, let's check out this abandoned bobsled track. Looks like there's another line that runs down the side there. Found something else interesting to look at here. It's like a structure. Let's have a look. Okay, I can already see that it's quite treacherous. There's a hole. It's pretty bad, pretty badly overgrown, collapsed. Graffiti everywhere, as expected. And paint cans. Not much else to look at here. Let's move on to the next place.
When construction began at Trebević in June of 1981, it was concrete, not ice, that was used to build the 1,300-meter track. When work was completed 16 months later, nearly 125,000 cubic feet of concrete had been used.
They win their fourth consecutive run and claim the gold. For the first time, one nation has taken the gold and silver in both bobsled events.
Okay. Looks like a road comes in here. I don't know what this would have been. Almost looks like washrooms, maybe? Almost looks like you could pull a car in and wash your car.
Interesting.
Yes, I'm seeing tile. I think this might have been a shower. Yeah, this looks like it was probably a washroom. Rest stop type area. It may still be used for that, so I'm watching where I step. So, probably stalls here. Guessing there's a bunch of pipework that used to be underground. Probably where you pay to get in. This I'm not so sure about. This is...
The nerve center for the track's operation is this control room, which houses an ammonia gas refrigeration system that keeps the track at a constant 25 degrees Fahrenheit. The advanced technology employed is demonstrated in yet another way. For recreational use, the course can be split into 3 separate runs.
Somebody's definitely been burning shit here. They've filled this hole full of mulch, brush. Not much left to look at here, except these raspberry bushes. Look how good these look. Look at these guys. Beauty. All right. Cruise through the Bosnian bush. Looks like it may be panning out. Just wandering through the woods. And this is the kind of stuff you stumble on. Oh yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah. You're just tripping over this stuff, no matter where you go. Absolutely pummeled with bullet holes, as expected. Yeah. She's definitely overgrown. Look at that. Trees are growing heavy on the second floor. Ooh, pricklies. Stinging nettles or something. This is pretty overgrown, but still pretty cool looking. This looks like the grass may be maintained by sheep or some sort of livestock. Goats, maybe. Very cool. Very cool. Just in the hills above Sarajevo. Sarajevo's just over the hill there. See here also cable cars that take you up to the top of the mountain there. This looks like a regular old party zone. Very old ruins. Looks like the new fire pit here. Tagged up as usual. Easy to get to, so I'm not surprised. don't know if there's any reason to go in this overgrown bush pile. Chimney's still standing though. Just the other Karen O again. Link in the description. Oh yeah, look at this. The old driveway. That would have been a beautiful spot. Come down the driveway, straight down into the underground parking. How cool is that? Or it would have been. Now you can see it's absolutely beaten down. Oh yeah, I'm sure opposing forces would have been camped out here with their snipers, and they would have been firing down over the hill there into Sarajevo. Let's go up and see if we can see their vantage point. I feel like this was a strategic location. Oh my goodness. She is far gone. Yeah. Whoa. Alright, we gotta watch out for holes in the floor. This was probably a beautiful balcony back in the day. Look at the view you would have had. Awesome. Neighbor's a little close though. Yeah, probably bedrooms here. Probably a small water closet. Let's see if we can go up. Oh yeah, this building is rough. Holes everywhere. Looks like the same layout. Big room here that leads out to a balcony. Looks like the pummeled through that wall for no reason. Slightly different layout maybe. Yeah, a bit of a door here. Small side room. Oh, let's keep going. Oh. Well, shit. I'm not so sure about this. Okay. We won't tell the other Karen, no. Let's see if we can't. Let's see if we can't get up here. I feel like opposing forces probably were stationed right here. And you could see directly down to Sarajevo. And I think you probably won't see it on this camera, but right in the middle there is a Holiday Inn.
Now we are passing through the main sniper alley, where the biggest number of people died from the sniper shootouts. We'll go to the sniper zones and you will be able to see this area again. Then I would recommend you to remember this yellow hotel on your right, which is called Hotel Holiday Inn. It was kept for the international journalists that were reporting about the siege of Sarajevo, the basement of it, and you will see that hotel in a movie that you will watch in the Tunnel of Hope. Just imagine that all of this airport with the fence and the field was controlled by the United Nations during the time of the siege as the only safe zone in the city. And after the airport is Sarajevo, which is surrounded with hills and mountains. Imagine that all of those hills were taken by the opposite forces. So the only way out for Sarajevo people was not to go across the mountains because the opposite forces would kill them, or to go through the airport because the UN were pushing them back, but the only way out was to dig a tunnel that would pass below UN. So imagine, in July 1993, on the back of the airport, you would enter one house which is called House of Freedom. You'll go 3 meters below the ground, entering a tunnel of a length of 800 meters, passing below the airport and exiting. The only way out was not to go across the mountains, but was to dig a tunnel that would pass below UN. You're probably asking yourselves that UN knew about the tunnel. UN knew about the tunnel, but they couldn't intervene. Why? When you're a participant in a war, you also have to follow some regulations. All of those regulations are on the ground and above the ground, such as the tank safe strikes and so on. There is no law jurisdiction below the ground. The same thing you can make a parallel with Mariupol in Ukrainian Russian issue with Azovstal metal industry when the army were below the ground. So just imagine, for 4 months and 4 days, out of 171 people who were digging this tunnel, 31st July 1993, the Tunnel of Hope was opened, which was roughly 800 meters. This is the second sniper zone. The first sniper zone where you can see the row of the trees over here and this cliff on your left side. If you take a look in the middle through the holes of the woods over there, you will see that some cars will move, which is actually the sniper alley that we pass behind the Hotel Holiday Inn, and in a distance of only 1.6 kilometers, which is perfect for the snipers that are working up to 2 kilometers without any issues.
Looking closer, you can really see absolutely everywhere. There's bullet holes. Oh yeah, you can see it's gone in past even further through there. And here. Ricochets probably. Next time, metal detector. All right. This is sketchy. You don't want to come up here. No. No. It's just no, it's just there's no stairs, so you gotta improvise. Oh yeah? What kind? It looks like the grass is maintained by some livestock. Oh yeah, this is pretty sketchy. A little more walking around, and I'm pretty sure this is like a foxhole. This is a man dug trench. He would have had forces down in here probably, and they probably would have had a fallback spot if they were getting overrun. It looks like it's dug all the way up through here.
Here too, but pretty flat now though.
Yes, unfortunately the kids use it now.
There's a graffiti that says never forget.
Good.